Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5:30.
Studies have shown that binge drinking among young people is a problem in many areas across our region, including Grand Forks. Good evening and thank you for joining us. Andrea has the night off. The Grand Forks City Council appears to be moving forward with a couple of new ordinances aimed at stopping it. However, as Valley News Team's Neil Carlson shows us, not everyone believes that new laws are the answer.
This is a wasted partier leaving the Springfest celebration in 2006. The annual celebration has since been discontinued. Now, in an effort to stop binge drinking, the City Council is moving forward with a couple of new ordinances.
One of the new ordinances would outlaw 3-for-1 drink specials like here at McMenamy's Tavern. It's usually a very busy place in the morning for folks who work the night shift.
Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I understand the reasoning behind it for the excessive drinking, they call it, but I don't really see that happening a lot.
I mean, it's not really extreme drinking. More people like 3-for-1s because, you come in, it's a friendly atmosphere to come in and, have a couple drinks after you get off work, unwind.
However, Councilman Ken Veen says research shows that outlawing drink specials helps to stop binge drinking. The owner of McMenamy's Tavern does not agree.
I'd like to disagree with that because I've seen it here for the last 30 years and I don't see any problems with it. Of course, I have a problem with the binge drinking term as it is. Was it 5 drinks in one setting for a man?
And police say enforcing a drink special ordinance and a second ordinance that's being considered that would make homeowners more responsible for parties could be a challenge.
Again, there could be challenges, and in some of those we won't know until we actually get into it, because really, we won't know the weaknesses of an ordinance until it actually gets challenged in court.
The public will get one last chance to weigh in on the issue in just over a week. In Grand Forks, Neil Carlson, Valley News Live.
A public formal hearing will be held on the issue during the City Council's next meeting 1 week from Monday. The council is scheduled to vote on whether to adopt the alcohol ordinances immediately following that public hearing. A registered sex offender is behind bars again tonight. Jeff Walls was arrested Thursday night in Hawley, Minnesota, accused of sexual assault. Walls has a criminal past, including failing to register as a sex offender, giving alcohol to someone under the age of 21, and sexual assault in the 3rd degree. He will be in court on Monday. A Bismarck teacher who made headlines when he accused the North Dakota Superintendent of Public Instruction of domestic assault has resigned. The Bismarck school system says Todd Chosick resigned last night for personal reasons. Chosick was suspended on Tuesday for calling a radio talk show during his workday. He had not returned to work since then. In February, Chosick called police and said Kirsten Baszler had thrown a glass jar candle that struck him in the face. Baszler was arrested and charged with simple assault, but the charges were later dropped. A gorgeous day to start the weekend, and we're in for more wonderful weekend weather. Let's check in with Robert Hahn now. Robert?
Yeah, some fantastic weather across the region on this Friday, and warm temperatures all in the 50s at this hour, and we're going to see temperatures much warmer than this as we head through your Saturday. Right now, 50 in Baudette, 51 in Bemidji. Here in the Fargo-Moorhead area, we've got a current temperature of 57 degrees. That's matched in Sisseton and Jamestown also at 57 degrees. Hardly a cloud in the sky. We had some very early this morning, particularly over northern portions of Minnesota, but that has pushed well off towards the east. Also had some very light flurries and snow showers in parts of northern Minnesota early this morning. Those have pushed well off to the southeast as well. Nothing on the radar in terms of precipitation, none anticipated tonight or on your Saturday, but we do have some rain in that 7-day forecast. None to this evening, though. Temperatures dropping on off into the lower 50s by 8 o'clock. By 9 o'clock, getting down into the upper 40s. A cool night tonight, a warm and windy day of it on your Saturday. And as I mentioned, we do have some rain on that 7-day forecast. We'll show you when to expect that coming up in just a few minutes.
All right. Thank you so much, Robert. Some of us have those convenient laundry detergent pods to wash our clothes, but some lawmakers are saying those soft pods are dangerous to kids. And as Valley News Team's Washington correspondent Nick Starling explains, they want companies to add more warnings.
If I were to put this into a candy jar, could your young child know the difference between the detergent pods and the candy? Well, a group of lawmakers are pushing for a bill aimed at keeping kids away from these potentially poisonous pods. It was a scary moment for mother Jill Koziel last September.
My newly mobile 8-month-old managed to quickly crawl to the hamper, pulled herself to standing, and bit into one of the packets.
Her daughter, Kate, was in intensive care for the next 2 days. Luckily, she survived.
I will always second-guess that moment of leaving that detergent packet anywhere within reach.
These liquid laundry detergent packets, or pods, came on the market in 2012. Since then, the National Poison Data System received over 17,000 calls from 2012 to 2013, involving children exposed to chemicals in the packets. Of those, 769 children require hospitalization, and one boy died in Florida.
Make it a little tougher for the kids to get into the package, but easy for adults.
Senator Dick Durbin is part of a group of lawmakers urging Congress to take action with a bill called the Detergent Poisoning and Child Safety Act, which aims to make these detergent packets less alluring to kids.
Something needs to be done.
The Consumer Product Safety Commission is also alerting parents about these detergent packets because the way they look.
They seem to resemble things that kids are familiar with, such as toys, candy, or teething products.
But the American Cleaning Institute calls this bill unnecessary, saying, quote, manufacturers have already made major changes to their packaging, improving warning labels to advise proper use in storage instructions, and changing to opaque packaging. But parents like Jill don't think the industry has done enough. In Washington, Nick Starling, Valley News Live.
The lawmakers will abandon the bill if those voluntary standards are met from the laundry detergent companies and put into practice. Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar has co-sponsored legislation that would set safety standards for those liquid detergent packets. You may remember a story on Valley News Live back in 2013. A toddler from Hitterdal, Minnesota, was hospitalized for ingesting a Tide detergent pod. The Minnesota Poison Control System is reporting a 600% increase in detergent poisoning incidents. There have been 64 cases so far just this year. And if you're like a lot of parents, your kids are more technically tuned in than you. And that's just the reason why more than 200 young people went to the Microsoft campus in Fargo today. It's the first ever Technology of Tomorrow Day for 3rd through 6th graders. The idea is to expose young people not only to what's out there, but to show them how the latest gizmos can offer them career opportunities.
Technology is changing the way almost every industry works, and what we've listened to at some of our past Marketplace for Kids events is the feedback that our students have given us. They want to learn more about what's coming down the pipeline for them when they graduate from high school in 8 or 10 years. What can they do to maybe create a business idea or get ready for some of the careers of tomorrow?
The Technology of Tomorrow Day program is a part of Marketplace for Kids. And one business is brightening teeth and lives right here in the Valley. Designer Smiles is giving back to the community. 100% of the proceeds from a teeth whitening procedure will be split between the Smiles for Life campaign and TNT Kids Fitness. The campaign will be going on now through June.
It's a program that we've been doing now for about 16 years, and it's just an opportunity for us to do good within the community and kind of have a chance to impact others.
For more information on this campaign, just go to valleynewslive.com and look for this story. And folks at Park Christian School in Moorhead got a head start on a tasty day. Sunday is officially National Licorice Day. And today, Kenny's Licorice of Perm brought licorice for the whole school, complete with licorice trivia, with students taking on the teachers and administrators. One of the many fun facts, licorice was first used as a medicine. Kenny's has been making licorice for more than 25 years in Perm. A new way to serve up a good cup of joe is in downtown Fargo. 20 Below Coffee Company uses 8 different methods to brew coffee. The shop says they want to be a place the whole community can come enjoy good coffee and conversation. 20 Below Coffee is having their grand opening tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
We think coffee is just a great medium and catalyst to build a relationship and meet new people, so that's why we got started. We want to brew the best coffee in the world right here in Fargo, give people something a little more big city. I think they're ready for it.
20 Below Coffee is located at 14 Roberts Street in downtown Fargo. And to read more about the new shop and its owners, go to valleynewslive.com and look for this story. And still ahead tonight, why some vehicles aren't being recalled after an investigation into rusting pipes.
We've got some rain in the Pacific Northwest, some storms on the East Coast and the Gulf Coast. For us, some wonderful weather as we work our way into the weekend. All your forecast details coming up right after this.